this is Joe with the Cockeyed Homestead. Bringing you another cooking video. This one is country fried steak. Okay, what we're going to be using tonight is cube steak, flour, egg, and milk. Just like when you fried chicken, you want to season your flour and your milk and egg. I season both the same way so we get a good coating. Boy, it sounds like I'm from the country, doesn't it? Okay, we take the steak. In mine, I have parsley, onion powder, garlic, some seasoning salt, some celery seed, all sorts of goody flavors. Alright, we coat the steak really well in the flour, and then we dip it in the egg. Make sure that egg covers that flour that's on the steak, just like you do a piece of chicken. And the reason for dipping it in the flour first is to get something for the egg to hold on to. Then we dip it back into the flour. And make sure that it's good and coated. And we just let it sit back on the tray. Grab the next piece and do the same thing. Okay, I've got all the pieces coated now with the egg and flour and back and forth. So I should get a nice crisp coat on it. I'm putting it in my cast iron skillet with some vegetable oil. And I'm going to fry them up. I guess I can get 3 in there at a time. Pan's getting pretty full, and you want to leave room around it like you do with chicken so that the grease can get all around it. And we'll fry it up until one side's nice and golden, and then turn around and flip it and do the other side. Now I've just flipped them over. As you can see, they're a nice golden brown. Okay, I just took them out of the oil, and I put them on a piece of paper to blot them off a little bit so Mel doesn't have a gallbladder attack. I'm going to pour off about half of this oil because we don't need that much gravy for just 2 of us. But all the flour and everything else is still in here. I'm going to take the balance of the flour that we used to coat the steak and just pop it in there. And stir it up and let it get all the pan drippings. It might still look a little oily, but I'm going to add some sliced onions and mushrooms to this to make the gravy a meal. And we'll be back when I get ready to put it all together. Now, most of you seasoned chefs out there would know that you cook your vegetables off before you add the flour. Well, this wouldn't be the Cockeyed Homestead if I did everything right. So I added the flour before like an idiot. Had to add a little bit more oil for the onions and mushrooms to cook to keep the flour from burning. Now, up north they use white gravy with their country fried steak or chicken fried steak. Down here in the south, we all know it's brown gravy. So that's what I'm making tonight. I got all those yummy pan drippings from the steak that was frying, and the seasonings from the flour, and I added my mushrooms and my onions. Now I'm just gonna let this cook off until it gets to the right consistency. The onions get nice and tender, and then we'll be ready to plate this up for the table. Tonight we're having baked beans that I made from scratch, cooked all day long and all night long. They're good and tender and flavorful. And we got a little side salad to go with it because we got to have our veggies.
Okay. These beans are so good.
She can't resist it.
Okay.
We had them with hot dogs last night, and
Oh, I got them.
now she's cutting into her steak, and her mouth's just a-watering, and she's drooling.
Oh, man. That's good. She said country fried steak, and I thought, okay. That's wonderful. Mm.
Got nice chunks of mushrooms and onions in the gravy.
Mm.
And I bet you Mel makes me make baked beans more often from scratch, huh?
Definitely.
I'll have to share that recipe with y'all at a later time. But for right now, we're going to enjoy our meal. This is Joe.
Good Mel.
And you've been watching the Cockeyed Homestead. You have a blessed day.